evening, ladies and gentlemen, our wonderful students here, our family and friends at home. We are happy to have you with us this evening. My name is Alicia Sutton. I am the theater director here at BHP. This evening we are having our first ever National Theater Honor Society induction. We are beginning our ceremony this evening with the installation of the charter within the school, read by Mr. Brad Holton, our administrator. He will be walking us through the official troop charter since this is our first time and this is our first troop. It is an honor for us to receive that. So, thank you.
Good evening, everyone. Belton Homeopath High School has petitioned the International Thespian Society, the honorary division of the Educational Theater Association, for the privilege of chartering a thespian troupe. The theater arts program of Belton Homeopath High School has been determined to meet the standards required by the Board of Directors of the Educational Theater Association, and the application has been accepted. We are now eligible to become members of the International Thespian Society. Membership in this international organization is not only a reward for the fine work that you have done, but further evidence of your desire to continue to work in this specialized field. As a troupe, your work will contribute to the growth of better theater in this community, our country, and throughout the world. It is with great pleasure that I welcome you into the Fellowship of International Thespian Society, which has troops in every state of the United States and in several other countries around the world. The International Thespian Society has had its aim at the advancement of excellence in educational theater and the continuing enrichment of theater arts and their appreciation worldwide. Because of your dedication to the cause of our culture improvement, your charter is hereby granted. It is my pleasure, on behalf of the International Thespian Society, therefore, to grant you this charter for the constitution of Troop 9031 of Belton Homeopath High School. Would Alicia Sutton please accept this charter on behalf of your troop?
Good evening. My name is Cody Arnold, and I'm the president of Troop 9031 of Belton Homeopath High School. We have some very special guests with us this evening, and as I introduce these guests, we would appreciate it if each would stand so that we may recognize you. Jakira Anderson, Nicholas Ballard, Keisha Bailey, Keziah Berger, Malik Calhoun, Jacob Crenshaw, Lucas Fuller, Danny Hand Jr., Haley Jerome, Jackson King, Catherine McGaha, Reagan Mitchell, Harrison Reese, and Caitlin McKenzie Scott. Thank you. At this time, I would like to introduce the officers of our troop. Vice President Lindsay Lex Crosby, Secretary William Maddox Schmidt, Treasurer Madison Partridge, Theater Advocacy Chair Savannah Rainey, Clerk Scribe Danny Hand Jr., Historian Laura Jackson Wardlaw, and Webmaster Malik Calhoun.
Friends, parents, instructors, directors, and special guests, it is a pleasure to welcome you here to share in the induction of 20 members into the Belton Homeopath High School's Troop 9031 of the International Thespian Society. Through hard work, sacrifice, and dedication, the candidates have earned sufficient points on a scale dictated by the International Thespian Society to have the right to be called thespians. It is a title of honor, signifying a commitment to an art as old as humanity. Commitment to theater is what the International Thespian Society is all about. The society was established in 1929 at Fairmount State College, Fairmount, West Virginia, by Dr. Earl Blank, who was then the director of dramatics at the high school in Casper, Wyoming. Dr. Paul Opp, a member of the college faculty, and Harry Leeper, a teacher at East Fairmont High School. They named their organization the National Thespian Society for Thespis, the Greek, who according to legend was the first actor. Their guiding principle was a dedication to excellence in theater arts and secondary schools. 71 schools became became charter members of the society. The first national convention and election of officers was held in 1930. From this modest beginning, the organization enjoyed steady growth, and the next 5 years, the membership had increased to 320 troops. The national office was moved to Cincinnati, Ohio in 1935. By the time the society had celebrated its 50th anniversary, there were 3,190 troops on its rolls. At that point, the society had grown into an international organization with more than 2.2 million members and troops in every state and many foreign countries. The society sponsors state, regional, national, and international theater conferences where its members can learn more about the art and craft of theater, perform and see outstanding performances, and audition for scholarships. In 1989, the governing board of the Thespian Society formed the Educational Theater Association to help it provide a broader range of services to theater educators. The Educational Theater Association is a professional organization for theater teachers that includes in its membership all thespian troupe directors. Its board now operates the International Thespian Society, continuing its 31-year tradition of honoring and serving theater students and their teachers. The goals of the International Thespian Society have not changed. It still strives to give young adults a place for outstanding theater, where the standards of excellence in theater arts will be advanced, and to honor those students who do theater well. And it continues to be guided by the principles of its founders, a belief that participation in the arts is an essential means of widening students' cultural horizons and enriching their lives.
Let us pause to reflect on the many aspects of the evolution of art, which encompasses all of the major forms of human expression. The history of theater is the history of all people. It is a continuing search to find the answers to the awesome mysteries that motivate the human personality. Just as our early ancestors dramatized the crisis in their lives, so today we come to the theater to search for answers to the process through which the theater arts have become a part of our cultural heritage. To recall and pay tribute to these arts, we begin the lighting of the candles.
During the 6th century BC, one of the writers of tragedy who won the approval of the priests at the festival of Dionysus was Thespis. About 535 BC, a new dimension was added to drama when Thespis, who was a prominent leader of the Greek chorus, stepped from that group and recited portions of the drama alone. In that moment, he separated himself from the chorus. Thespis became the first actor. We also believe that it was he who first used masks so that a person could portray more than one part. In honor of this early Greek writer, all actors are called thespians. In his honor, we are the International Thespian Society. We have as our emblem the two masks of comedy and tragedy etched in the colors of gold and blue bound together with the thespian T. I light this candle in memory of Thespis. I light it to remind the wearers of the mask that the emblem represents a proud and dignified heritage, and that this heritage is now entrusted to us.
No one knows when people began to dance. Archaeologists believe people have always danced. To pacify the frightening forces of nature and to express the joy and the gentle beauty around them. Primitive people, by means of rhythmic patterns and movements and pantomime, communed with a being that both protected them and threatened them. Early people realized that everything around them had a rhythmic pattern. They saw this in the path of the sun, in the changing seasons, in the movement of the animals, and in their own heartbeats. In their attempts to understand the world around them and to worship their gods, they imitated those rhythms and developed the earliest known form of pantomime. When a hunter wished to boast of his skills, he leapt into the circle around the fire and relived his exploits. To the primitive mind, this was magic. To us, it's pantomime. Wherever people lived, dance and drama developed. As intellectual power of human beings became more and more acute, dance became more and more complex. Gradually, through the age, people learned to live in two worlds. In addition to the savage world of reality in which people worked and fought for existence, people created another of rhythm and imagination, which expressed in dance and action their emotions, prayers, hopes, dreams, and sometimes the simple joys of human existence. I light this candle from the thespian candle in honor of the art of acting without words, dance and pantomime.
prehistoric era to present moment. Music is a record of human feelings. Early people responded to the environment about them, finding their music in the natural world. People detected pitch in the cries of animals and tone quality in the wailing of the wind. They discovered rhythm in their own footsteps. The first songs were shouts of joy and fear. These shouts echoed again and again in triumphs and defeats, thus releasing people's innermost feelings. For the first musical instruments, there were two sticks banging simultaneously, or two stones clapped together in repeated beats. The music talked to the gods and communicated with others through hand clapping, stomping, shouting, and the use of other instruments. The beginning of music is buried with countless centuries through the persistence of that mysterious inner force that requires all people to express themselves. Humanity has found musical form in tone quality, pitch, and rhythm. I light this candle in honor of the musical expression of ideas and feelings that enhance so much of theater today.
Pantomime and rhythm were not sufficient for early people who were endowed with an intellect. Even in a desolate existence, people sought to communicate ideas to other minds. Thus, people became adventurers, daring to enter the realm of reasoning and creativity. In this new world, words could become symbols for thoughts, and as a result, speech became a part of the total experience of the human race. It was enough for the other creatures to communicate danger or need through chirps or calls, but it was not enough for human beings who wished to express concepts that were only imagined. Today, while we can touch the past through speech and reach into our imaginings of the future with speech, perhaps what is even more astounding is that we can reveal our thoughts, hopes, and inspirations to other people through that same medium. I light this candle in honor of speech, which lifts human beings from ordinary reality to entire worlds beyond, especially the worlds created on stage.
In our Western culture, dramatic literature grew up in a part of the worship of Dionysus, the youthful god of wine and revelry, and crops and vegetation. Because of the importance of this deity to the ancient Greeks, they honored him each year with elaborate festivals, during which a chorus of men dressed as satyrs, mythical beings who were half goat, half man, and danced around an altar chanting his praise. Thus was born the Greek chorus, and it became a central focus in the development of the powerful tragedies of the golden age of Greek drama. Around 600 BC, playwrights presented their plays at annual festivals in the great theater of Dionysus at Athens. Each hoped to win the approval of the priest whose privilege it was to choose the best play and bestow a prize upon the writer. I light this candle in honor of dramatic literature, each script depicting the agonies, comedies, and the human drama, and providing the map to guide the process of creating theater.
In a very real sense, the theater today knows no bounds. While primitive people pantomimed around the fire and the Greek actor portrayed his agony of spirit in the dancing circle, the modern performer presents his soul searching on the stage, the singing place, and in the auditorium, the hearing place. The theater speaks to all of us, and at the same time, it speaks for all of us. It is a critical voice exhorting people to become aware of the world in which they live and to pass judgment upon it. It is a social voice exhibiting both our nobility and our pettiness. Most of all, it is a prophetic voice. The events that affect our future are given form through the use of the techniques of the modern theater. The theater of today has accepted the challenge of its time. It is stripping away the masks of Thespis and is revealing the complexities of the human condition and an uncompromising vigor and honesty. Theater has outgrown the confines of the singing place. No building can contain the impact of this most powerful force that brings together all forms of art and artistic achievement. Truly, to paraphrase Shakespeare, all the world is our stage, and we men and women are its players. I light this candle in honor of all that is stage drama, from the use of artistic lighting to focus attention, to the painting of the scenery or sculpture of a costume or the makeup on an actor's face, from the soundless movements of acting to the rhythmic movements of dance, from the playwright's script that will heighten our awareness of the world to the spoken speech. I honor all the arts that are theater.
The following students have met the requirements for membership in the International Thespian Society. An honor and a reward for their the theater program at this school. As I read your name, please step forward for your membership card, certificate, and pin, and then sign the membership roll that is placed on the table with the candles. The certificate will serve as evidence of the honor that you have received for helping to promote the theater arts program in this school. The membership card is your identification as a thespian. This will serve as a reminder of the responsibilities you assumed when accepting membership in the society. And the induction pin of gold and blue will indicate to others that you are part of an honored international group. May you wear it with pride. Cody Arnold. Keisha Bailey. Nicholas Ballard. You're welcome. Keziah Burke. Malik Calhoun. Jacob Crenshaw. Lex Crosby. Lucas Fuller. Haley Jerome. Jackson King. Catherine McGaha. Reagan Mitchell. Madison Partridge. Savannah Rainey. Harrison Reese. Maddox Schmidt. Mackenzie Scott. And Jackson Warlock. While membership in the society is an honor, it is also evidence of your continuing desire to work toward higher standards for theater productions in education and art programs. Therefore, membership places you upon the obligation of performing your best with the knowledge that greater honors come to those who accept greater responsibilities through cooperation with others. I now ask all new members of Thespian Troop 9031 to please stand, pledge, and repeat after me. I promise to uphold the aims and ideals of the International Thespian Society. I'm a student of theater, and excellence is my ideal. I promise to perform my part as well as I can. To accept praise and criticism with grace. To cooperate with my fellow thespians. To work for the good of the troupe. And to share my love of theater. The pledge that you have just taken binds you to the principles and ideals of the International Thespian Society. You are to do the tasks assigned to you. You are to cooperate with your troop officers and fellow students, as well as your teachers and administrators, in helping to raise the standards of excellence in all areas of your experience. You are to refrain from any action that may hinder the work of your troop. You are to conduct yourself so that you may gain the respect of your school, program, and your community. You may take a seat. If the glow of the achievements of ages past in all art forms is to continue to brighten the path of humanity and to help civilization grow, then the theater must remain a vigorous part of that enlightenment and growth by adding new talent to its ranks. Talent that will justify the existence and continuance of drama. We welcome you as new thespians and urge you to use your talents so that our candles may shine more brilliantly as you act well your parts. We have confidence in your ability to achieve success. We sincerely hope that you will enjoy your association with this organization. As we now extinguish our candles, resolve to always let the flame glow in your hearts. By the authority delegated to me by the International Thespian Society, I now declare you members of Troop 9031 of Belton Honey and Path High School. Congratulations and welcome to the International Thespian Society. Always remember our motto, which comes from Alexander Pope's essay on man. Act well your part, there all the honor lies. I would like to thank especially our honorary thespian of the evening, Mr. Noah Powell, and I would like to thank Mr. Brad Fulton for installing the charter upon our troop this evening in the school.
This concludes our induction ceremony this evening. Thank you for attending this ceremony. Your continued support and appreciation of our accomplishments serve to strengthen our society. We are pleased to have parents, friends, and special guests streaming with us on this occasion. May we extend to you a cordial invitation to return for other induction ceremonies and also to attend our future productions. January 22nd will be our third annual Talent Slam, the theater department's talent show and poetry slam combination. In addition, we plan to have an evening of shorts, our spring production, and a spring induction ceremony where we will elect and officially induct next year's thespian officers into their positions.